What really is it that makes us so Irish?
Conas to.
You're Irish, you like to crack.
I think Irish people are quite open and they're quite welcoming. I think they're honest.
Yeah, we're definitely a nation of chances.
Your typical Irish family won't say no for an answer, like, you know what I mean? You drink one cup of tea, you have to drink 10 in the house, or, you know, no such thing as taking one biscuit, you have to have them all.
There's good camaraderie with Irish people.
Everyone gets on very well.
We can definitely laugh at ourselves.
Well, I only really have positive things to say about Irish people.
The first thing they ask where are you from, and if you say Ireland, they're just happy to see you.
Sure, we have the gift of the gab, and if you don't, you can go and kiss the Blarney Stone anyway.
Can't drive far in Ireland without seeing some sort of medieval castle or some very old ruin or ring fort or something. There's always something to look at, and there's always a sense of history around the place.
The scenery is beautiful, the mountains and the lakes.
Some of them are absolutely breathtaking.
Multicoloured greens, which you see from one side to the other.
The Irish landscape is straight out of a fairy tale.
You know, there's a song that goes the 40 Shades of Green. I don't even think that describes it well enough.
So you know yourself, it's like authentic beauty at its best, I think.
It'd stand up to any other land.
It rains an awful lot, but the minute there's a break in the clouds, there is nowhere nicer.
Skellig Michael, the beehive huts, I think that's unique, and Star Wars are using that feature as well.
The bird life is really spectacular.
The cliffs of Moher.
They're scary enough, but it's some view.
They're awesome.
Oh my God, it's breathtaking.
Yeah, the burn, yeah. There's flowers there that you never see in any place.
It's inspiring. It's so Irish.
Dougal, have you been drinking? I have, Ted. I've been drinking like a mad idiot.
The Irish, they love their music.
Sure, we love an old hoolie, we dance for days. There's no such thing as going from 1 or 2 pints.
Oh, there's nothing I love more than lying in bed and I can hear the rain falling against my windows.
You know, dress for the weather in Ireland and you'll be happy.
Bring them bearers, as they say.
I love him because I can go to the places where he went and see the beauty that he saw around him.
Religion in Ireland is really changing at the moment. I think you need to believe in something. I don't think it has to be a formal religion. I don't think you have to go to Mass, but I do think you have to be a good person.
For me, the pride lies in our history, this ancient folklore that exists. I don't feel disconnected from the past. I can see my heritage, I can see my ancestry, I can see everything around me, the lakes, the mountains, the rocks, the trees. They don't call it the Garden of Ireland for any old reason.
Níl aon Tintán mór de Hintán féin.
There are beautiful sites scattered all around Ireland.
Some date back thousands of years.
It's amazing, it's incredibly historic, and it's kind of a window into our past.
It's a farming event, but it's not just farming anymore because everything is in and out. It's the greatest event in the world. You meet your neighbours well. You mightn't bump into them at home, but you bump into them here.
These things are giving younger farmers more opportunity to make changes and make things more efficient.
The Irish love the cup of tea.
Well, I stick on the kettle. Tea is all about the sit down and just reconnecting with your friends, you know.
It's the hub of technology in Europe. It's a really great time to be starting your career. I think the only way to be good at what you do is to be proud of what you do.
If you look at the Irish flag, it's actually a flag of peace. Green for Catholics, orange for Protestants, and white for peace.
You can feel the history in the streets in Belfast.
Bomb attacks, gun attacks. This is every other day. British soldiers on the streets. They were here for 35 years. In many ways, people believe it was some sort of occupation. Religion here is a label. Not as if we're all going to church every weekend, we're not. It's like tribalism in many ways.
Like I say, my generation is like fine from like the 90s onwards, but that doesn't mean like people who are very heavily involved in the 70s and 80s, they're definitely going to be passed on.
We always say it went from terrorism to tourism.
It's a different environment, but there's always something different to do and to see up there.
It's really good fun when I go out in Belfast. The landscape in general is just so beautiful. The best thing about Queens is like they're all like going and everything like that. It's just a really nice atmosphere around there.
Who wouldn't like to study there? There's beautiful architecture.
The big bowl thing. That's only been there for about 3 years. The driving route around the coast in general is beautiful.
I love the power of the sea and the whiteness and the purity. Just even the wind blowing in your face, the freshness of it all.
Northern Irish people in Ireland. We're all the same. They're all Irish.
What's the crack? You have to be in the right country to say that one.
Right.
So you know yourself.
Sure, it'll be grand.
It's never grand.
Langer is to Cork as Gobshite is to Dublin.
Jesus.
They like the right Egypt now.
The green in the sun, even the green in the rain. It's an unbelievable country to be part of and to live in.
We come from a small place where everyone nearly knows everyone. Makes the place very special. It means there's a real closeness about Irish people.
Pre-famine, the population of Ireland was 8 million. On the whole island at the moment, we have a population of just over 6 million. So there's a huge loss there.
There were terrible times to live in.
Leafy with Love Banks and Green Waters of the Canal, Pouring Redemption for Me by Patrick Cameron.
Playing for Ireland and everything that Ireland represents is really special. For me, the most special part about it is the representation of the people who are closest to me and the people who sacrificed to help me get to where I got to.
Football, hurling, camogie, it's a national sport.
Dublin people would live and die for their county as well, you know, as Kerry people, you know.
Sporting events was when you'd be most proud to be Irish. McGregor and the Fighting Irish, that's what it's all about.
In Dublin, you could be living beside someone and you mind your own business. If some of the Mayo people done that too in that time, it'd be no harm.
The north side of Dublin versus the south side. Yeah, well, they drink cider, we drink wine.
Nothing wrong with a few cans.
Irish people migrate together.
Flying out to Ireland was like putting on your favourite pair of socks.
As you're coming down, just seeing all the different colours of fields, I think that's pretty unique to Ireland.
A lovely place to come from, but an awful place to go back to. I know.
Sure, who isn't proud to be Irish?
Well, in 1916, my grandmother was in the GPO, got the proclamation and put it under her hat and just walked off with it. It was given back to the state about 5 years ago. She wasn't different, she was terribly bold.
We have such old buildings that are just like steeped in tradition.
So steeped in history.
I think with the 100-year anniversary of 1916 coming up, everyone's got a sense of identity.
There'll be a lot of commemorations, and rightly so. The bravery of those guys to stand there and put their name on the paper. To do that took serious courage, and I suppose to put their lives on the line when it really mattered was something really special.
There's great pride going around Ireland at the moment.
We've gone through a huge economic upheaval.
Through some hard times since the boom was gone, but we're doing very well, so we are. Good night life.
We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Oscar Wilde.
For a small nation, I think we punch above our weight as well. We're outspoken and I suppose the front runner in terms of giving everyone an equal opportunity. I mean, you see that with gay rights and things like that. That courage and that bravery is still very prominent in Irish society today.
It's changed. It's a good time to come back to Ireland. I know a lot of people left. I think things are picking up and we're all moving forward and hopefully the future's bright.
You meet different people every day and no 2 days are the same. You can speak to anybody here and there's no offence taken.
Our outlook on life is kind of reflected in our attitude to people.
You have to come visit Ireland.
We're always delighted and proud to show everyone our country.
It's the best, there's nowhere like it.
Oh, it's lovely, darling, isn't it?